Okay. Okay. Hello, everybody. This is the World Epitherapy Day, the celebration from this year, 2022. We have wonderful speakers here. We'll start with Mr. Boštjan Noč, the president of Beekeeping Associations in Slovenia, the place where Dr. Phillip Terč, the father of modern epitherapy, lived many years. We have wonderful speakers today. We'll have wonderful debates, and please stay with us. Okay, so Andrea, please start the presentation with Mr. Boštjan Noč again. Thank you.
Thank you, Stefan.
Dobar dan, en lep pozdrav iz Slovenije, iz dežele apiterapije, dr. Philippa Terča, v mojem osebnem imenu in imenu Čebelarske zveze Slovenije.
Greetings from Slovenia, from the land where Philip Terč was living and working for his life. Many greetings from on the behalf of Boštjan Noč, who is the president of Slovenian Beekeeper Association, and on behalf of Beekeepers from Slovenia.
Najprej bi vsem apiterapeutom celega sveta čestital ob današnjem svetovnem dnevu apiterapije in obenem se vam zahvalil, da širite to res pomembno dejavnost med ljudmi in da se z njo ukvarjate.
First, thanks and congratulations to all of epitherapists of the world for this World Epitherapy Day, who is today. And also he's very grateful and would like to thank you because you are working on epitherapy field and you're spreading this nice activity around the world and between and among the people.
Potem bi se zahvalil vam, gospod Štefan, za organizacijo tega dogodka. Druga zahvala gre gospodu Mojzesu, ki je predlagatelj svetovnega dneva apiterapije po dr. Terču.
Great thanks to you, Dr. Stefan Stangaciu, for organizing this event today. And of course, a great thanks to Dr. Moises Asis, who actually had given a proposal to celebrate this day on the birthday of Dr. Philip Terč. We are very thankful to you.
Posebna zahvala gre tudi Abimundiji, gospe Kristini in vsem tistim, ki ste danes z nami, da bomo lahko slišali kaj novega o apiterapiji, predvsem pa, da bomo zavedanje o pomenu apiterapije delili med ljudi, kajti apiterapija je tista stvar, ki je naravna in ki je zelo koristna za zdravje ljudi.
And also thanks to Dr. Christina Matesko from Abimundia and also to Abimundi to share this field among the world, and to all of you who are today with us, because spreading the epitherapy among the people is very important because it's beneficial for our daily life and of course for our healthy life.
In ne nazadnje bi tukaj rad izkoristil in se v mojem imenu, v imenu slovenskih čebelarjev, pa verjamem tudi vseh vas skupaj zahvalil naši Andreji, ki žal zapušča Čebelarsko zvezo, ampak je pustila neizbrisen pečat v slovenskem čebelarstvu, tako na področju varnosti čebeljih pridelkov, kot tudi na samem področju apiterapije.
And he would also like to thank to me, because I'm leaving Slovenian Beekeeper Association in next month, and he would like to thank me for my effort on the field of epitherapy and other fields in the beekeeping.
Prepričan sem, da bo Andreja še vedno svoje veliko znanje delila med nami in sem vesel, da ga bo. Obenem pa želim temu današnjemu dnevu veliko pozitivne energije in še enkrat hvala vsem, ki sodelujete in delite znanje med vse nas. Srečno.
He's sure that I will also spread this my knowledge in the future, and also thanks to today and for spreading this knowledge, and good luck every epitherapist in the world, and thank you for all. Maybe I just in a few minutes to tell what in Slovenia we are doing right now and what we are planning in the future in a short PowerPoint, yeah. Just a second. I would just like to emphasize that in Slovenia here is only, just a second. I hope you see now my screen.
Yes, yes, we see.
Yes, I would like to emphasize that in Slovenia there are only 2 million of people, inhabitants, but here is also more than 10,000 of beekeepers, and about 30 of beekeepers are involved in epitherapy. In Slovenia, we have one association which covers the whole Slovenian beekeepers, but also we have about something more than 2,000 local beekeeper societies and one regional beekeepers association, which is situated in Maribor, where Dr. Phillip Terč lived, and they are very enthusiastic to spread their knowledge around our beekeepers. So they are from the Maribor, beekeepers from the Maribor, they are the leader of Epitherapy in Slovenia. They are very proud, actually we all are very proud that he lived here in Slovenia and that he worked a lot in epitherapy, and also that his work was documented, that the work was published, even it was a lot of years ago, it was published, and it was the very beginning of modern epitherapy, and this is what beekeepers from Maribor are very proud, and of course all Slovenian beekeepers. I would just like to shortly introduce what the Society of Maribor is doing. They have about 30 members on Apitherapy section, and Maribor is quite nearly to Ljubljana. You know, Slovenia is very small. From Ljubljana to Maribor is only something more than 100 kilometers. And if you come by plane to Slovenia, then it's not a long trip to Maribor, where you can find also the grave of Phillip Terč, and you can visit this. It is very well known, and you can find it on the easy way because it's very thin. It's quite well prepared. In Slovenia, we every year from the year 2008 organize 2 epitherapy symposiums, international symposiums, and they are both on the behalf of Dr. Phillip Terč. The first one was just this weekend on the behalf of Dr. Phillip Terč's birthday, and one is usually in the autumn, October or November, when it's also the death of Dr. Phillip Terč. The organizers are Regional Beekeeper Association of Maribor and Slovenian Beekeeper Association. We are always working together so that the knowledge can be spread more efficiently. The Regional Beekeeper Association of Maribor, they are organizing educations for epitherapists. This is a program which takes about more than 130 hours, and it takes 1 year. They have to visit about 50 hours of lectures, also 45 hours of workshops. Also, an excursion is organized and 2 symposiums, and also they have to work on seminar works. And so far, around 250 participants already passed these exams. They also take care of education education on the basis of books. They are publishing quite a lot of books. Some of them are translated, some of them are written. They also have their own place for practical activities. They have bee houses where you can also practice beehive air therapy and also honey massage. You know that in Slovenia we are with the significance of Slovenian beekeeping is a bee house where the bee hives are placed, and these bee houses have quite a lot of space at the behind, and the hives can also be opened at the behind, so people just can come to the bee house and breathe the air from the bee house. So you don't need that kind of mask, but of course, if you wish, beekeepers also offer that kind of beehive air therapy. It's both the possibilities. Decision is what the people want, and if they want just relaxing or they want just something more active role. You can also observe the bees in that kind of bee houses and relax. Some people have also sauna in that bee houses. And of course, a lot of them also practice honey massage in apiary. So it's quite an event for an adventure for the visitors who come to beekeepers. Of course, we take care for honey quality, and we have on the national level, we have occupation epitherapies. It is like institute for the vocational education in Slovenia with a cooperation of Slovenian Beekeeper Association and Beekeeper Association of Maribor, prepared some catalog of the knowledge which apitherapists must know. And in the case, if there is no formal professional education, like in the case in apitherapy, you can also gather and gain the education and professional qualification by verifying and validating the national professional qualification. And so far in Slovenia, there is quite some people, about 50 or 60 people, who also already have that national professional qualification of epitherapists. And this is official national professional qualification. And also some good practice from the everyday life. In Celje and now in Ljubljana, the Professional Fire Brigade built an anti-stress center of epitherapy. This means that they have an apiary where firefighters can work and in their spare time use the apiary to reduce their stress, which is present in hard work and serious accidents in which they help. Now we have two kind of bee houses in Slovenia. And beekeepers who are involved in epitherapy, they also can get a certificate of excellence on the field of apitourism, because usually they also offer tourists to visit the whole beekeeping, not only the epitherapy section. And in the future is our plan to build a modern center of Dr. Phillip Terč, who will be located in Maribor. This would be a center which would gather together epitherapy, wellness, and also will be make in the spirit of bio, green, and back to future philosophy. So we are hoping that we can do that in few next years, and that next time we can invite you to visit also this our center in the behalf of Dr. Phillip Terč. So thank you for your attention. Thank you for organizing this event today, and I wish you a great discussion.
Okay, thank you too, Andrea. It was very, very interesting. And we saw also some excellent ideas in your PowerPoint. If there is any question or comment for Andrea or for Bostian, because they are still with us here. So please raise your hand like a yellow hand, and then put your question or make your short comment. Okay. Okay, so very nice thing. Thank you, Andrea, too. Okay, let's applaud Andrea and Bostian. Thank you very much again.
Yes, you're all inviting to come to Slovenia, and we will, with pleasure, show the heritage of Dr. Phillip Terč.
Yes, yes, wonderful. And you have extraordinary projects in Slovenia, also translating books, and that huge Epitherapy center will be something unbelievable. So we will all visit you for sure as soon as possible. Okay, and we'll do also apitourism. Okay, thank you very much again, Andrea. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now let me invite now Professor Dr. Moises Assis, who is the man who thought about this idea of creating the World Apitherapy Day. A few words about Dr. Moises Assis. He's a writer of Epitherapy books. He lived before he was born in Cuba, and then he moved to Miami, to United States, and he wrote several books, including on propolis, one of the first books in the world on propolis, very detailed, and another one very, very detailed on Epitherapy. So it is a huge pleasure and huge honor to invite Dr. Moises Assis to give his lecture, his presentation with this occasion. Please, Moises, the floor is yours. Okay, can you open the microphone? Let me wait a bit to activate your microphone. Okay, now you can activate your microphone, I believe. Okay, have a look. It should be like at the beginning. Now, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I need to upload the PowerPoint.
Yes.
Okay, share. Okay, please give me instructions to do that.
Yes. So you are co-host, so you can share the screen. Okay. So Moses. Okay, let me check again. Maybe. Oh yes, you are co-host. Yes, yes. Now it starts. It will start. Yes, and then yeah, go to your PowerPoint. Yes, that one.
Good.
Yes, and increase the make big screen.
Yes, it's okay. Okay.
If you can make big screen, Moises. So en bajo hay un botón para hacerlo grande, pantalla grande. Okay.
Let me see.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's okay. For this
okay. Okay. I will make the comments. This PowerPoint is in English and Spanish. Everybody wanting to have a copy of the PowerPoint, the whole PowerPoint presentation, you can contact me. I will send you. It will be a pleasure to send you the PowerPoint. I will speak in English when the frames are in English, in Spanish, and I will speak in Spanish when the frames are in English. Okay. Estaba diciendo que la presentación está en español e inglés. Alterna los cuadros. Cualquier persona que tenga interés en la presentación, con gusto, me escriben al email y con gusto yo les envío copia de la presentación completa. Okay. The first thing is a brief definition, my definition of Epitherapy. I know it is redundant for most of you, but I want to point out that Epitherapy, it is not only the application of bee venom, but all products of the beehive. There are a total of 15 products. The honey, the different kind of honeys, meat, the pollen, bee bread, royal jelly, bee venom, propolis, geopropolis. It is the propolis from the stingless bees, beeswax, the combs, and the drone larvae. Also the whole bees and the beehive air. It is not only for healing, but also for nutrition, keeping a good life quality, and to prevent diseases, and for cosmetics. There are many procedures proper to Epitherapy. The massage, the application of bee stings, acupuncture, the combination of acupuncture with Epitherapy, skippers, injectable apitoxin. Okay. Okay. En estos momentos, todos los apiterapeutas conocen más o menos quién fue Philip Serge. No solamente en la República Checa o en Eslovenia, su contribución en aquella época estaba limitada a la terapia con veneno de abejas. Y hay numerosos textos, libros que hablan de la vida y el trabajo de Philip Serge. Ok. Hay muchos antecedentes. There are many background referrals on the use of bee products for therapy, not only in the Bible, but also in the writings by Aristotle, Pliny, Dioscorides, Galen, Hippocrates, Varro, Avicenna, and others. There are many references in history about the use of bee venom, honey, and all other products. Okay. Philip Serge is born in Praporiste. Now it's Czech Republic in 1844, one day like today. He was a doctor and also a teacher. I have some lessons taken from the life of Philip Serge. The first one is the personal experience play a very important role in our professional life. Serge suffered from rheumatoid arthritis for many years. At the same time, he was a beekeeper, and he didn't connect beekeeping with the therapy for his problem. He had read some papers by Russian and French researchers about the use of bee venom for arthritis. One day, he was attacked by bees, and he felt that the pain disappeared. He said something happening, and that this drew his attention to research the use of bee venom in therapy based on his personal experience. Okay. The second point is that women play a very important role in men's in research. In this case, a female patient was the person who motivated and insisted that Serge find a solution for her problem. She had multiple pains, neuralgia, and she pressed Serge to find a solution for her problem. And finally, Serge decided to apply these things on her neck, her shoulders, and the woman had a complete relief. Other point is that he didn't dismay despite his many failures at the beginning. Sometimes you have to repeat a treatment once and again with thousands of patients before the conversion of a treatment into a protocol for the use by apitherapists. That was the case of Phillip. He had many failures at the beginning, and finally he could find a model, a protocol for treatment. Success is work, more work, patience, isolation, loneliness. Teach other people, share your truth and your experience. We must keep our knowledge for ourselves. The more we teach other people, the more we share our findings, the results for our life will be better. To teach stimulates to learn new things. It is like I compare this with mammals, with milk the children, and in that way they produce more and more milk. Okay. Unless you are very rich, very powerful, or very fearful, fertile minds have to confront, invite destructive criticism, negative opinions, enemies, bad people among the people you know. Fertile minds very often suffer from isolation, from loneliness. Remember, nobody launches stones to a tree having no fruits. The experience with Phillip was that the colleagues, the doctors who learned about his findings were his main enemies. The University of Vienna used to publish all the conference by invited scientists, but his never was published. This same experience, lack of support by colleagues, by other doctors, other professionals, was suffered in the past with Anton Mesmer, the father of hypnosis, Louis Pasteur, Felix Semmelweis, Carlos Finley, Nikola Tesla, and many others. Never keep for yourself your findings or ideas. Publish, even if your book or your article have only a few readers. Someday. Life is too short, and frequently we don't see the results of the success. But truth is a gift for the next generation. Maybe now you don't see the results, like in the case of Phillip Tersh, but his son and grandson continue his work, and now he's well known. His findings are well known by the scientific community. Okay, fertile minds are like sequoias. His work survived then, and many years later, people go to remember and appreciate the work. I want to mention that this World Epitherapy Day was an idea by the organization Bee for Life, World Epitherapy Network. In 2005, by Stefan, Pedro, Antonio, and myself, okay. Conclusions, Epitherapy. In Epitherapy, it's important to keep respect for the profession, for the ethics. I hope that someday children will learn beekeeping in school, and also that someday there will be more apiaries than politicians and officials. One day, the re-education of prisoners will include the work with beehive and the production of bee products. Someday, the use of propolis or pollen or drone larvae will be so popular like today's aspirin, vitamins, or Viagra. Someday, all the faculties of medicine and veterinary medicine will have as a matter the learning of apitherapy to improve the human and animal health at a low cost without secondary effects and without the hostility of the pharmaceutic mafia of big pharma. Meanwhile, we must continue to learn the teachings of this Czech and Slovenian doctor of the second half of 19th century, and his human and professional attitude. Here you have some references. Thank you. That's all. I know there are many presentations. I don't want to overwhelm you with too much information. You have access to that later if you want. Thank you very much.
Thank you too. Yes, thank you very, very much, Moises, for a really excellent presentation. Very deep thoughts, very nice ideas. And again, to our participants, you can ask Moises for the full presentation, so he can send to you his presentation also by email. And Moises, you can also send me your PowerPoint just to have it in the database, and then we can share it also. Good. Very, very good. Very good. Now, can you stop the share screen now? You go up on the screen somewhere, it's a stop share button, a red button, I believe. Or let me, okay, or let me do it from here. Okay, I'll do it here. Oh, okay, no problem. Okay, very, very good. Okay, so we'll continue with the next presentation with Pedro. Yes, Pedro, please tell us your thoughts on this extraordinary day, and please remember how we did it back in 2005, 2006. Por favor.
Hello, I'm now in Spain. I'm retired from the practice of Apitherapy 2 years ago, and you can see my work at the internet, my experience, my explanation. I just want to say a few words The first is the sample of Phillip is that we must work even if the rest of the world is against it. Thinking that the most important are the patients and the bees. We are just mediators. And finally, a sentence from my apiculture teacher. Observe the bees, they will teach you everything you need. The rest is up to you. So thank you very much. And ask if you need some question, you want to ask some question, be ready.
Yes, Pedro, you are very famous in the world because you have been the first person who discovered that the bees can find the acupuncture points. And you showed us that video in Passau in Germany. Do you still have this video?
Of course.
Okay, so it will be very good to show it also to our participants, or maybe you have a link to the video.
I have at YouTube. YouTube is the video.
Okay, and can you put in the chat area here the link? Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Very, very good. Muchísimas gracias, Pedro. Thank you very much. Okay, now let's go to our next speaker, to Antonio Cotto from Portugal. Antonio, can you, yes, can you unmute yourself? Yes.
Do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I prepared a small workshop PowerPoint with some pictures, and let me open to share my screen with you. So,
yes, it's coming. You need to, yes, okay, and try to do it large screen. You go down on that button to make it large. Yes, there. Click. Very good.
okay.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you. I wanted only to say a few things before to tell you, the people who don't know me. I am living in Lisbon, Portugal, and I started with Apitherapy a few years ago. With my fathers was Pedro and Stefan that time, in 2004, 2005, 2003, I don't remember. And after that time, in that time, I organized here a small symposium for Portuguese people here in Lisbon with Pedro and Stefan. And then after that, I continue my road in Epitherapy until today. I am doing and receiving people in my office every day for bee venom therapy. And I wanted to show you some things here. Yes. Well, about Dr. Phillip Tech, I need to say something. I think many people don't know that. Actually, Dr. Phillip Tech was Portuguese, and only a few years later, he born in Praporis in Czech Republic. So many people say that Dr. Phillip Tech was the modern father, the father of modern apitherapy, and I think I am the son of apitherapy. I think because I am Portuguese and Phillip Tech was Portuguese too. I think this is very clear. So this is some pictures I want to share with you. This is a picture where Dr. Phillip Tech is resting after dying. in Maribor. We visit there. This picture, I wanted to show some pictures in 2006 when we went all together in Praporisi to celebrate the first day with Moises, Pedro, Stefan, and many other friends. This picture is from Pedro Perez, showing the place. Praporisi is a very small town. And here we have the mayor of Praporisi receiving us in the big bus. You can see Moises behind the mayor. This is the place where he works. He is receiving the picture from Phillip we prepared for him. The Hans from Germany, and Moises and Stefan, and this woman is a translator from the mayor. This is a speech from Stefan and the mayor too. And Moises was explaining the mayor some things about Phillip Terch. And then Stefan distributes many pictures from everybody to make this group picture. And here is a picture Moises already showed. In back we have the old house from Phillip Terch with other friends there too. And now I want to speak about my work here. So I am practicing Apitherapy, Therapy, but I also give some courses and workshops about Apitherapy and Therapy too. And this is my work, my website, apitherapy.academy. And we have some workshops prepared. Next one will be in Czech Republic, not in Praporisi. Is a city near Prague. Will be in October this year, 2022. 4, 5, 6, and 7 is 4 days of workshop. And this is a beekeeping school and very, very good conditions. So we can live, sleep there in the same place. It's like a small campus. And the price is 120 euros, including everything. So what we have to pay is only the flight to there. The participation, the 3 meals, accommodation, all included in 120 euros is really good price. So we have two workshops, 1, 4, 5, 6, and 7 only for English speakers, and then 11, 12, 13, and 14 for Czech people and Slovakian people, because will be no translation. This is some pictures from me in the past, and that's all what I wanted to say today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Antonio. Muito obrigado. Excellent your presentation and very nice photos from Praporiste, from Czech Republic. Antonio is a very, very good practitioner. I'd like just to tell a very, very short proof of his experience. I have had herpes many, many years on this upper lip before each congress, big congress in Germany with big stress. And in 2012, Antonio has treated me with direct bee stings, small bee stings, micro bee stings on the herpes. And since 2012, so now we are in 2022, so 10 years, absolutely no more herpes, although I have a lot of stress many times. So thank you, Antonio, also for helping me. Yes. Okay. Now you can close your screen.
How can I close?
Yes, upwards. There is a button, stop share, somewhere above on the screen. If you when you move yes, you move the mouse, and then somewhere above should be stop share screen. Or if not, I'll stop it from here, from the. Oh yes, yes, you did it very well. Okay, thank you again, Antonio. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Now, because it's Kelly from Australia, it's very, very late in Australia for Kelly. And Kelly, if you can activate your camera, your microphone, if you hear us. Yes. Can you activate your camera?
I can activate my microphone, not my camera, because I'm lying in the dark
Okay.
in my bed.
Okay. No problem, no problem.
So sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't really have a well, I don't have a presentation. I guess what I just want to do is to introduce myself as the secretary of the Australian Epitherapy Association. And for many of you attending today's symposium, we didn't see you at our conference, and we held our first conference at the end of November last year, which was amazing and so well attended, especially by overseas delegates. I think we had 120 countries represented. 20 countries represented and 130 participants, which was fantastic. And so from there, our membership is slowly growing. So Epitherapy is really almost unheard of in Australia. So it's going to be a long journey for us to get to anywhere near the stages that you guys are at. But we have started, and I think Bridget is probably the only qualified apitherapist in Australia. I'm not sure. Maybe Simon and Ruth are as well. I don't know, but anyway, so Bridget Goodwin, Dr. Bridget Goodwin is our president, and she's now starting to practice apitherapy on a small scale in Australia, which is really fantastic. She's had a few cancer patients that she's been able to help. Unfortunately, because apitherapy is not known in Australia, there's, the referral is only when patients are really have got no other options at all. So the patients are terminal, basically. But the success that she's had, she's been able to help people with pain management so with apitherapy. So that's really great. And she's starting to get more referrals and more interest. So it's, it's all heading in a very positive direction. We just have to get our training up to speed. We need people educated in apitherapy, and we need to build those bridges between medical professionals and apitherapists, and also beekeepers. So my background is I'm a commercial beekeeper. So we have a conference coming up on World Bee Day. So I will be attending that and letting them know about the association and trying to get beekeepers interested in apitherapy, interested in producing, apitherapy products, because it just doesn't really happen here at all. It's very, very new, beekeepers just want to produce honey, and because Australia is so nectar rich, you can just produce honey and make a living out of that. So it'll be good to at least make beekeepers aware that there are these other areas that they can go into that have such positive outcomes for everyone, for the health sector. So happy birthday to Dr. Phillip Turch, and thank you, Dr. Stefan, for organizing this celebration of what he started, and thank you to the international community for being so supportive, because Australia would just never have got off the ground without you guys. So thank you very much.
Thank you too, Kelly. Thank you for what you are doing there. It's nice to be in the very beginning of a method. So you are pioneers in Australia. And we listened to another pioneer from Romania who helped to the activity, to the development of Epitherapy in our wonderful country. So I would like to invite Mrs. Christina Matesko to give her a short talk. Please, Christina, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Stefan. A warm greeting to everyone. And I'm very pleased to be here surrounded by so many people that are fond of epitherapy. So I would like to share my screen. I have a short presentation about the history of the Commission of Abimundia, of Epitherapy Commission. So if you don't mind, I will share my screen. Okay. Is it okay?
Yes,
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. So just a little presentation. I hope I will be not too boring, but it's important to know where this started at the level of the community of beekeepers in the world. So unfortunately, because now it's a war, but the first ever symposium related to the bee products, the use of bee products in human and veterinary medicine was held in Moscow on the occasion of the 23rd International Congress of Abimundia. There were 37 reports presented. You can see here on the right side exactly the abstracts of the symposium that had been presented there. A next step was done in Buenos Aires in Argentina, where actually it was the first session of Epitherapy, which was included in the program. 12 reports were presented. As you can see, this is the badge of the Congress and the volume that was published in Abimundia Publishing House. A next step was when the first working group on Epitherapy was created, that happened in Adelaide, Australia in 1977, and I'm very happy to be after Kelly, who talked about Australia. So it's not the first time that Australia has now an Epitherapy association. Look, the first working group on Epitherapy was born within Abimundia in Australia. It was the first time that it was a request for a standing commission on Epitherapy, but this independent group was created. This is a stamp with a postage of International Congress of Abimundia since 1977. Well, in Athens, in Greece, we had which was under the theme of honey in men's nutrition. There were several plenary sessions, and including the one organized by independent working group on Epitherapy that was at that time chaired by Dr. Bonimont from France. Finally, in Mexico in 1981, in Acapulco Congress, the 28th International Congress, actually, there was a very large presentations of Dr. Vicks, who studied the therapy with bee venom and presented his studies with beagle dogs in arthritis. Then Charles Mraz made a long history on using bee venom therapy, mentioning also Phillip, but also Bedek from Hungary, who was in New York at that moment. And it was then that it was created the North American Epitherapy Society. Then Professor Mizrahi from Israel reported about the antibacterial activity of propolis. Dr. Bonimont from France, who was the chair of the independent group, closed the session with remarks regarding the history of the working group and the recommendation to have the working group on epitherapy change into an Abimundia standing commission when presenting to the General Assembly. Okay? And finally, in Budapest in 1983, after an interesting presentation of the use of bee products by humans by Mr. Talpay from Germany, who also reported on the proposal for the German legislation to approve pollen as a food. And it was the first time that we can speak about the larvae. It was the Apilarnil that has been introduced in Budapest. The General Assembly approved the establishment of the new Standing Commission on Epitherapy. So next year, we will have 40 years of existence as a Standing Commission within Abimundia. Well, what is now the Scientific Commission and what is its main mission? First of all, it's to define and promote the knowledge on bee products and the legal background of their use as food and natural medicines. And here we have to work with the authoritative bodies like EFSA or FDA in the United States. Then Epitherapy has another mission to secure alternative sources of food and to ensure a safe nutrition in the program that is already known, and to ensure a complementary healthcare system in line with the World Health Organization strategy of promoting traditional and complementary medicines all over the world. That is a strategy till the next year, 2014-2023. We have also some scientific objectives, like the use of scientific approach reinforcing the traditional knowledge, and there are lots of traditional knowledge somewhere buried, but they need to be out now. To use protocols and standards for a beekeeping production with medical destination. And it is very important that the quality and the standard of production be very high. Then to apply procedures for transforming beehives products alone or in association with medicinal plants and their derivatives, like the so-called epipharmacopoeia, that is in a way already implemented in Cuba. And I want to greet Dr. Assis and his colleagues in Cuba who have worked a lot in promoting epitherapy. Then to apply clinical protocols integrating the use of epipharmacopoeia and or bees apimedicine. We have also a humanitarian mission, and we remember that we have to assist to develop and to set up humanitarian projects directed towards the use of apimedicine and epipharmacopoeia. It's I wouldn't say it's an opportunity, but it's now a case when blessed people that are wounded and can benefit, and you all as apitherapists know very well how important it is to use natural medicines. We tried to use these medicines in Haiti after the earthquake, and there are also some other people that are benefiting in very poor area of such treatments. On our to-do list in the Commission, we have to create now a scientific database with the studies carried out up till now. Studies related to the composition of the products coming from various regions of the world with specific flora, specific bee races. And we work on the specification on the ISO working groups for propolis and bee pollen. And I can assure you that it's a tough fight with the Chinese delegation. They usually want to promote their own products, and it's normal from commercial point of view, but we are more and more interested for the scientific part to be recognized by the authorities. Then we want to have also a database of the clinical trials carried out with bee products, and only those which are randomized, double-blind, as you can see with the bee venom. and also to teach and spread out the acquired knowledge, sharing experience like training courses. We had the experience in Morocco. We had 3 or 4 years of experience in Cuba, and also to organize and attend symposia and congresses. What are the important issues in epitherapy? So first of all, it's to define the legal status of bee products, whether they are food, functional food, ingredients in supplements or medicines. To register bee products as propolis, royal jelly, as traditional medicines, which is, I can assure you, a very tough work because they are not accepted, being considered of animal origin, they are not accepted to be registered according to the, let's say, herbal products, but we can rely on the long tradition of safe use, and probably we will have some chance with this. Then to define and introduce the legal practice of apitherapy as a complementary and alternative medicine worldwide, according to this strategy of World Health Organization, because unfortunately, epitherapy is not worldwide regulated practice. It is mostly included into herbal or naturopathic medicine, dietary and nutritional supplement regulations. Of course, for all this, we have the patient's compliance and consent, which is an important issue also in the field of traditional and natural medicine. Well, what we have now, it's a long list. Unfortunately, I did not have time to update it, but you know, all of you, that there are encouraging effects of apitherapeutic treatments in treating burns using honey as an wound healing and antibacterial agent, and there are more than 670 articles. Propolis proves remarkable antioxidant effect with direct implications in so many diseases like cancer, cardiovascular, other degenerative diseases. And if you look on the specialized sites, it's more now probably more than 4,000 articles. Important and encouraging results are obtained using Vivena in neurological, especially degenerative diseases, more than 312 articles, and the support for the immune system. As we know, because we have just and still live in the pandemic, propolis in honey and other bee products credited with antiviral activity could be of help in the absence of specific antivirals against SARS-CoV-2 and could offer hope toward mitigating some of the risk associated with COVID. And we have a very interesting published article of Dr. Andressa Bereza from Brazil, who worked on this in a clinical study. The future events, I just want to invite you to the 47th Abimundia Congress, who unfortunately has to be cancelled from Ufa because of the war, and he moved to Istanbul under the logo Base Unite the World, and we hope to unite the world. And probably the 7th International Mula Beekeeping and Pine Honey Congress to be held in Marmaris by the end of November. You will be informed also on the Abimundia site on the events to be carried out. I want to wish you a happy World Epitherapy Day celebration, and to thank you very much for your attention, and to wish you to stay safe and to use the bee products for human health as well as for the animal health. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Christina, for your wonderful presentation. Very clear presentation as always, and very important for all of us. Abimundia, it's a huge organization, and we learn so much on epitherapy every time when we go there. And many people are just waiting to go to Istanbul this summer for the next Congress.
Thank you very much, Stefan, once again. Thank you very much. And to all of you, I wish all the best in this world. And we hope a special greeting to Mikola from Ukraine. And we wish him to stay safe and to work for the benefits of the Ukrainian people. Thank you.
Yes, thank you again, Christina.
Thank you, Stefan.
Okay, now we go to next presentation from Romania again, from Cluj, Adela Moise. Adela, yes, very good. Please prepare your presentation. Yes, very good. In Cluj, Adela is working with a wonderful team of researchers there, and they helped us a lot in the development of scientific epitherapy in Romania. Can you make the full screen, Adela?
Yes, just a moment. Can you see my...
Yes, yes, we can see it. Yes, there.
Let's see.
Click once again to that button down, a bit stronger, let's say. Yes, there, stronger. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, perfect. Okay, good luck, Adela.
Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. It's very nice for me to be here. I will have a short presentation because I have the students which are waiting for me in the laboratory. But I wanted to say to you that it's a pleasure for me today to be here. It's an honor for me to be here. I want to thank you, all the participants, of course, and Dr. Stângaciu for inviting us here. We have, as he said before, we have a long collaboration. I want to thank you, my dean, the head of the laboratory, which I will try to present today. I will speak a little about our laboratory, and I want to reinforce what our colleagues Christina Matesko and our collaborator Christina Matesko said, because we are working in the epitherapy, but we have to take care about the quality of all the products that we use in the epitherapy. And you know, sometimes it happens that for a reason or for another, not all the bee products are on the requested quality. So our laboratory was practically born a few years ago, a lot of years ago, from a research project, and we let's say develop an entire system for the quality control of these bee products. And you will see in my exposure that I will speak just a little about the main projects which we are controlling, let's say, like this. So our laboratory, it's Apisdia, the short name is Apisdia, and we have the authorization, the sanitary veterinary authorization obtained already from 2040, and as well I want to underline that we have it already the certification of RENAR, which is the main authority of quality, let's say, the quality control of the laboratory in Romania. And we have it decertificated, obtained for 13 determination with the different methods for different bee products, but I will tell you about this a little later. As a matter of fact, we are waiting in the next day, the next control for the authority. Let's see who we are. Of course, during the time, the team was changing because new people are coming behind, and we have the head of laboratory, which is the dean of the faculty, Professor Daniel Desmiran, which leads an entire team. As you see, mostly of you are knowing already our researcher, the quality manager of the laboratory, Mrs. Otilia Bobic, and of course we have chemists, lecturer like me or my colleague Claudia, and two technicians in our laboratory. And we, as you can see, we are performing different activities. but with the support of the PhD students. Of course, our laboratory is for the benefits, let's say, of the beekeepers, in order that they come to control their quality, their products. But behind of this, let's say, we have an entire research work. Every PhD student has a research team, and we are trying to help them in order to finish their PhD thesis, to publish articles. As a matter of fact, we have a lot of good results in with the publishing our scientific results, and it's let's say they deserve to be mentioned here, because they are really try to do their best in bee products quality research. So let's sorry. Okay, what we are able to do in our Epithelia laboratory. Shortly, we have different methods, different number of methods for honey, for bee pollen, of course, for bee bread, propolis, wax, royal jelly, and Apitherapy. Of course, not all of these are certificated by Renard, but I will speak about the methods which are certificated a little later. So, how can we help, let's say, the epitherapy? Of course, no matter about which of the bee products are we speaking about, honey, pollen, or others, if we are speaking about these products like a food or like an ingredient in the food, we are interested, of course, in the first of all about the nutritional value. But of course, the nutritional value is important, but it's not all that it's interesting, and it's let's say important for the epitherapy. We need to know the general and the specific chemical composition. How Mrs. Matesko said before, you know, we don't have standardization, for example, still for propolis, which is very, very difficult, because we know already from literature that it has more than 250 or 300 different compounds. So it's very hard to say how one compound influence a property or specifically results. That's why we need science in order to take our time to make very, very serious research work. So our laboratory comes to make this part too. And of course, we are working on the botanical origin and the authenticity of the bee products. I will not get into more to speak about the authenticity of the products, because of course I can speak until tomorrow, but it's very, very important that all the persons which are involved in epitherapy, and of course, more than this, to sensibilize the beekeepers to use or to make a good practice of beekeeping terms and methodology, you know, techniques, let's say techniques, and in order to obtain high quality of these bee products. And of course, about propolis, royal jelly, and wax is the same situation. No matter how we are looking at these products, like ingredient, food supplements, or raw materials, like example, it's still important. So let's see. Our laboratory is making, for example, the analysis of bee pollen grains in honey, which is very, very important for the authenticity of the honey and to determine the botanical origin of it. Because, you know, maybe the beekeepers are saying, yes, it's an acacia honey, but it's a matter of fact, when you are counting the grains of bee pollen inside of honey, there are not, we don't have 40%, for example, of the total number of the grains, which means that honey doesn't correspond to the standards. So it's not a really an acacia honey, for example. Okay, in this moment, we are able in our laboratory to determine the tetracycline and the oxytetracycline residues in honey, classes of sulfamides, and some heavy metals like nickel or cadmium. And of course, like all the laboratory want to develop our methods to be on the wave, let's say it like this. And we have a huge provocation with analysis of neonicotinoids or acaricides, and we are still trying to determine chloramphenicol and some nitrofurans in honey. Okay. Regarding the honey, of course, this is the list of what we have already certificated, the determination that we already have certificated by RANAR. And of course, here you can see the water content, the electrical conductivity, free acidity, HMF index, diastasical indexes, and of course sugars, and the others what I say to you, the total proteins, the total lipids, and ash content. These are what we already have it accredited about the honey. There are yes a lot of, but we can handle it. And of course, we want to extend the accreditation for others too. The bee pollen, for example, we are doing pretty much the same analysis, but we can make the determination of the quantity of vitamin C, for example, which is important, and the salt content as well. We are working hard, very hard, for determination of the quality of propolis. We have new extended methods for the total polyphenols and flavonoids for propolis, because you know it's a very different amount in the samples of propolis, depending on the season of harvesting, depending on the temperature of when it was harvested, or how you keep it, and there are many factors which can influence the quality of this propolis, and of course the percent of wax, which is important. And you can see some aspects of our work. Okay, royal jelly as well. We are working for the beekeepers, which are brings the samples in the for the royal jelly. We have a PhD thesis, very good, done it on the royal jelly. And of course, the authenticity marker, we are able to determine the 10-HDA in royal jelly, as well as melezopelicanological determination. On the beeswax, we are working on acidity, saponification, and esters indexes. And of course, at the authenticity level, we are trying to determine if it's the case. Doesn't happen lately, but it was in the past some cases where the waxes was the wax, sorry, was not was falsificated with paraffin or with cerosine. This is the website of our laboratory. Here you have the phone number where it's somebody can respond you from 8 to 6 o'clock in the afternoon, and the email addresses of me and my colleagues, where if you have questions or requests, we can respond to you. Thank you very much for your attention. And if you have any questions.
Thank you very much, Adela. It was a very good technical presentation on what you are doing there.
Thank you.
Okay. You are together with us in ensuring that people are controlled when they make some mistakes with their quality. Okay, now you can stop the share screen, Adela. Thank you.
Yeah,
again.
just a little.
Okay.
No.
Check here too. So you go.
So did I stop it?
Not yet.
Not
Okay.
yet.
Let me.
Stop share. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe now it stop it.
Now it stopped. Now it stopped.
Okay.
Very, very good. I saw one comment here in the chat. Maybe you can look, Adela. Somebody wants more details.
Of course, I will send it. Now I'm just putting a note on for me, and I will send the materials that I have to the persons is writing from Nepal. Okay, I
Yes.
already noted. It's okay.
Yes, very, very good. Okay, so among us here, we spoke about Mikola Gebeliuk from Ukraine. And I saw here in the group, Olga. Olga, if you can activate your, yes, very good, Olga. If you can activate also your microphone. Let me check if you can activate it. Yeah, oops. Yeah, again. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, very good.
Good afternoon. Warm greeting to everyone. My name is Olha, and I'm talking to you on behalf of Dr. B Magazine and on behalf of Mikola Gebeliuk. First of all, we'd like to congratulate you on the World Epitherapy Day, and we'd like to thank everyone who contributes to the development of epitherapy. And I'd like to emphasize how important it is for our life and our future. But unfortunately today, there is a war in Ukraine, and now we are focused on resolving this problem. Now Russia is bombing our cities, killing our children and civilians and soldiers who are defending our motherland, Ukraine. And now I'm not crying because I don't have tears anymore. And we understand that we should be brave and strong to defend Ukraine, to defend our country, to rebuild the cities that are destroyed by Russian occupiers. And Mikola asked me to tell that he helps our army. We are accumulating money to buy everything necessary for Ukrainian soldiers. And in future, we will help children who suffered from war. Without any doubts, after our victory, we will continue developing our country and promote epitherapy. we'd like to create international Epitherapy centers in Kiev, in Budapest, China, and Germany. So in those countries where there are well-known and authoritative epitherapists, in order to heal people and to share their experience, to inform people how we can heal different diseases thanks to epitherapy, the sign that is developing every day. So thank you for your support. We appreciate it very much. Glory to Epitherapy and glory to Ukraine. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Olga, for your short but heartily presentation. I have the video from Mikola. So do you think I should put it, even if it's in Ukrainian language, the people just to see, to feel his mind and heart too? Yes? You translated already what he said, but I want just to put the video from him.
Okay.
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
Okay. Let me try to do it. I'll go to his to this area, and here is the video. But before that, I need to put the sound, share sound. Yes. And here is the video from Mikola.
Дорогі друзі, дорогий Стефан, дорогий Сигитас, только с уважением к вам, к моим друзьям, буду говорить, обращаться к вам на русском. Мне очень сейчас тяжело, эмоционально, на эмоциях мне тяжело говорить. Поэтому прошу вас, мое выступление будет переведено, и вы его сможете прочитать. Поздравляю вас с Международным днем апитерапии. Желаю вам крепкого здоровья, счастья человеческого, любви и, самое главное, мира над головой. Спасибо вам. Слава Украине, слава апитерапии.
Unfortunately, the sound, the quality of the sound is very poor, and I couldn't hear any word.
Oh, so they couldn't hear. Why? It's interesting. Because I put you couldn't hear the sound at all?
I could hear the sound, but I was able to hear the sound, but I can't understand the words.
Yes,
because the quality is very poor.
No, we have here very well, very clear. Maybe it's your setting on audio setting, Olga. Maybe they are a bit too low. The other people in the group here, did you hear clearly? Yes? Okay, so David is confirming. So probably your setting, audio setting. Yes,
probably, I have
yes,
bad communication here because I'm not at home now for about 1 month. And
Okay. Yes, but it was very good, Olga, and thank you very much again. We will certainly continue to help you here in Romania. We are helping a lot of Ukrainians which are coming to our country, and we can help also with the this Apitherapy protocols. You have a lot of soldiers and people wounded there, and sometimes these wounds, they become infected. And as you know, in Epitherapy, we can help the curing, the healing of these wounds. You have, of course, very good experts in Ukraine on this, and it's a pity to see this war, because if we think to Epitherapy has no borders, and we have so wonderful colleagues, Apitherapy colleagues in Russia too, in Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, in all these countries, and it's a pity that the politicians are making such big mistakes. But let's hope that this war will close very soon, and we'll start to regenerate, to help you. And we'll all of us come to Kiev as soon as you will tell us, come to Kiev. Thank you very much again, Olga. Yes, you said that also. Yes, okay, thank you. Okay, so now let's go to the next presentation. So I see, I put here in the program. Now we have, yes, Andresa, are you already able to make the presentation? I see you here on the screen. So you should activate your microphone. Yes. Can you activate? Okay, let me make something here. Okay, now you can activate your microphone, Andresa. Okay, let me check. Yes, we see you now, and now the microphone.
Hello, hello from Brazil. Thank you very much for this invitation. It's a great pleasure to be here with you to celebrate the International Apitherapy Day. Here in Brazil, we are working with bee products. Apis Flora company, that is the company that I am doing my research for more than 20 years, is focusing on propolis. And we are trying to demonstrate during all these years the benefits, the safety of propolis in several different models. And in 2020, we did the first clinical trial with propolis to treat COVID-19 patients hospitalized. We published already this work. We believe that we did a great job in order to try to help people that were facing this difficult disease. Hopefully now we have the vaccines, but it's possible to see that propolis can improve a lot the quality of our life, our immunity, and we can solve better our health troubles using propolis. But not only this, we also work with honey, bee pollen, royal jelly too. In Brazil, apitherapy needs to improve, especially the other bee products as pollen, for example, royal jelly. We have it, but we can work more with it. Basically, our focus, the most important product for us in the apitherapy is being propolis and honey. We have a great space to improve it, to work more with it, and to help people improve their quality of life. We need to inspire ourselves in the beautiful work that Romania do in the apitherapy, and we need to do more trainings here to help doctors to use it in their clinicians, and we can do much more. We need to do much more. We are trying to demonstrate by scientifically works in order to convince the doctors how the products can be useful and helpfulness for health. But we need to work much more in this field. Thank you very much for this opportunity. It's a great pleasure to be here with all of you. Have a great day, and let's go celebrate this important day for us that lives with bee products and bees and all this universe. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Andresa, for your short presentation, but also very good. Andresa is working in a big company in Brazil, a huge company specialized in propolis, and they have a huge experience in preparations, products, the scientific part, and so on and so on. Brazil is, in fact, very developed in the study of propolis, and we'll hear about this also in our conference, international conference in May from 5 to 7. And I see also here James from United Kingdom, who will be the coordinator of this conference. James, would you like to say now a few words about the conference and also about Epitherapy in UK? Yes.
Oh, thank you, Stefan, and greetings from a very cold, wet United Kingdom. I'm only so thankful, and I want to send my warmest greetings to Mikola, and I'm sure as we all do. Yeah, I mean, it's really good to see so many faces that I'm now so familiar with. Unfortunately, familiar with them through virtual reality rather than in reality, and I'm hoping that very soon we might be able to get together physically. But in so many different ways, I still feel very much a new boy in terms of apitherapy. when I hear some of the many presentations that we've already had today. I came to Apitherapy from a different route, which I'll tell you about, but that's through my interest in this remarkable substance called propolis. But Apitherapy in the UK is not well known. I mean, the speaker from Australia, I think, really said many of the things that is the same in this country, except of course in this country also beekeeping is very small. It's much more of a hobby than the industry it is in many other countries. And I think Apitherapy has sort of followed suit. It's been sort of kept going by some pioneers like Peter and Barbara Dolby and John Drakes, who've been working with bee venom therapy, but very little activity and very little known about it in the UK. But I hope things are going to change, because with the support of Stefan and the International Federation of Apitherapy, we are setting up the UK Phytotherapy Association, and that should be launching very soon. And I hope that's going to be a place which can bring some kind of focus to the broad church that is Apitherapy. As I said, though, I came into this wonderful world of Apitherapy through this amazing product called propolis, having been involved in natural medicine for most of my life. I discovered propolis in about 1990, and was immediately kind of taken with what I felt was the potential of this substance. And I've been involved with the research into this substance ever since then. And I think there was a kind of aha moment, a sort of light bulb moment in around about 2012, when we did some research which showed that propolis, from an area where there was sleeping sickness in the community, also contained an antitrypanosome chemical. So suddenly the light bulb went on, and it seemed to me that what the bee was doing, it was collecting the kind of health fingerprint from where it lives, from the plants that surround it, and it was transferring it into something that could support its organism. And that there seemed to be that in this sense, the bee was also providing a substance which was more relevant to human beings who lived in that area as well. So the idea of geographic medicine really kind of struck me, and I created something called the Apiteutical Research Center, and I wanted to sort of develop this concept of propolis as a kind of geographic medicine, but also I was very keen to sort of explore the very important area of the sustainability of the honeybee, because without us developing a more compassionate ecology, without us having a greater understanding of what the honeybee really means, I think the long-term benefits of some of these bee medicines are going to be taken away from us. So in 2012, I held the first conference on bee medicines up in the University of Strathclyde, and in 2016, with the help of Dave Watson from Strathclyde, we held the first international conference about propolis, also in Glasgow in the UK. So that kind of got the ball rolling, and I was very surprised that our first international conference, there was such a full contribution from academics from around the world, all being able to come to Glasgow in person to present their papers. But we held after that conference, we decided to form the International Propolis Research Group, which is what Stefan has just been referring to, and that organization held a second international conference in Bulgaria with with Professor Vasia Bankova, the world authority on the chemistry and biology of propolis, and that also was very well attended. We were expecting to have a third international conference in Istanbul, but of course we all know the reason why that didn't happen. So we took the, for me, this rather intrepid step of having a conference, having an online conference, which I knew nothing about, in 2021. And as we've all become so familiar now with this process, it turned out to be a great success. And I can see a number of the people who attended that conference in front of me right now, as I speak from my study in a house in a small village in North Yorkshire. It's incredible, isn't it? But we've got to the point now where we're now planning the fourth international conference in May this year, on May the 5th, 6th and 7th. And the title of the conference is going to be Propolis, a major contribution to sustainable medicine. Now, what do we mean about sustainable medicine? Well, I think the two things I started with, really, one is we need medicine that is in itself sustainable for human beings. We know that pharmaceutical medicine, wonderful as it is, has left us with a great many problems for the human immune system, problems which we don't get with the natural alternatives, whether they be from the plant or from the bee, but particularly from the bee. So we want sustainable medicines that do no harm, and we also want sustainability for the producer of that medicine, which is the honeybee. And as somebody wrote to me recently, he said that the honeybee is the most extraordinary flying pharmacist. It knows exactly how to formulate these very complex medicines, and it's true. And some of the work which I'm doing myself at the moment is looking at the way in which if you combine propolis with antibiotics, how through this synergistic effect can be extraordinarily powerful, to the point of being able to restore the effectiveness of antibiotics that have ceased to be of use. So thank you very much, Stefan, for asking me to join in this celebration of what I think Earthwatch called the most invaluable species on Earth, the honeybee, invaluable in so many different ways, but I think especially for medicine and especially for apitherapy. So please do have a look at our conference program, and please, if you have a contribution which is related to propolis anyway, we'd love to hear from you. It's iprg.info. So please have a look at the poster and do let's have a paper. But meanwhile, greetings to you all, and wonderful to feel part of this honeybee community. Thank you.
Thank you very much, also James. And I just opened the website of our conference, and I will share it, and you can tell people. So can you see the screen with the website?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So you see here, International Propolis Research Group, and we have this abstract submission, some keynote speakers already. So just come here. It's conference.iprg.info. Or you can also go, you put the International Propolis Research Association, and then you can find it. Okay, let me stop the share screen. Okay. Okay, thank you again, James, for wonderful presentation, also very deep presentation, and for connecting us in this world of propolis. There are so many propolis researchers, and we need this unity. Very, very good. Okay. Okay. Now there is some sound here. Some. Let me do it all. Okay. Okay. Good. Now let's see in our list here. I was thinking, because it's late in the Far East, in Nepal, in these countries, and I wonder if Professor Ratna Tapa, he's still with us. Professor Tapa, if you can open your microphone, your camera, to see. Yes, very good. Yes, we can see you. And yes, and put your camera a bit down to see a bit better. Yes, wonderful, wonderful, Professor Tapa. Yes, just a few words about Professor Tapa. He was one of the first people in Asia, in Nepal, in Thailand, using epitherapy, teaching epitherapy, practicing it. And he has a huge experience also in apipuncture. And I'll be very happy to hear him speaking about his experience and his beginnings and some interesting cases now. Please, Professor Tapa, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much for introduction, Dr. Stefan. And I'm very glad to see all the people online, because due to the COVID, we are separate for a long time, isn't it? So I'm going to open my Stefan, you have to guide me.
Yes. I
put you to open my slide. Yeah, I want to show some slides.
So you go down and you push on the button, green button which says share screen.
Okay.
And then go to the right again and say share.
Okay.
To the right side. Okay. And then
share.
Yes, very good. Yes, and then click on that button down. Yes, to make yes. Yes, very good. A bit stronger again.
Okay.
Yes, perfect. Sorry. Perfect, perfect. You can go back to the.
Okay. Shall I start, Stefan?
Yes, please. Yes.
Okay. Good day, everyone. I think in Nepal it's evening. It's around maybe 8 o'clock. So, well, actually, I was just invited by the Stefan to prepare my short talks, very short talks, and I have very few slides and how I can use the propolis for the tiger mulch wound. I mean, the tiger attacks, you know, when the lady, they go to the forest and just to get the grasses, and then at that time, the tiger was mulched the lady. So this is a very short talk, and this is the case study. So if you see one, that is the Bardia National Park, which is the west from the Kathmandu. It is the largest national park in Tarai and beautiful unspoiled wilderness. The area is around 968 kilometers. So Bardia is very popular for man-eating tigers. So sometimes the people call the man-eating national park. So that's you understand that if you go like in the evening, so the tiger will attack you. So that's why it's very popular man-eating tiger national park. So the 5 people were lost their life in the past 7 months following the tiger attack in Bardia National Park. And there's one male, female is 70 years old, and one other is 56, other is 40, and the male is 45, and then the 71. Actually, the villagers, they went there to collect the folders, you know. So this is the case study. I told you that the female 32 occupations is a farmers and well attacked in the Baki national when she was going there actually to collecting the mushroom. So I can show you the result, very short, very quick talk. This is what we did is like, so we get the propolis, you know, the propolis. The previous speaker has already talked about they have already talked about the propolis. So I don't want to go in detail about the chemical analysis or how to extract the propolis. I'll go to straight, just let's say the propolis, and then we make the extract, you know. And then what happened is that the lady, this is the mulch by the tiger. You can see the wounds on the heads, and you can see here, just in 0 days, she was absolutely badly bleeding with that one. And then what happened is just like that, first is the fresh ones and we put a few drops on the fresh wounds, and then there is a nurse, and she was just stitch the wounds. And after, you can see that 3 days, the wound was completely dry. And you can see here on day 5, the stress thread were removed from her heads. And you can see here on day 10 day, and she was not completely recovered from the tiger moth wounds. So this is the very short results. And then we conclude that if the lady did not get the propolis on time, she would probably die on the way to the hospital, because the female was heavily bleeding, and the hospital was around 2-hour drive from the hometown. So this suggests that the propolis is the best product to stop the external bleeding and the wounds. If somebody is going to the outside, let's say for camping, for jungle, whatever, everybody should, I would advise that you should take 1 bottle of the propolis in your pocket. So I don't know what happened on the way or coming back. So this is a very short talk and very short case. So actually, I'm also using the propolis in the wounds healing of the horse. That's, I don't have the slide, that I did that work at the veterinary hospital in Chiang Mai. We did a lot of works, and currently Dr. Professor Pratha is one of my colleagues. She's the professor of Mae Palong University, the Chiang Mai. Now she's working on the chemical analysis of Nepalese propolis. I hope we will get a lot of information about the Nepalese propolis chemical analysis and the application of the propolis in the wounds healing. So this is a very short talk. I would like to give you, thank you very much. This is short preparation. Thanks for this, Stephen. Yeah, Stephen.
Yes, thank you very much.
Very short talk. That just, yeah, you just request me, I just present that one.
Yes, but it was a very good, very powerful presentation. And this reminds me that in the case of wounds, we can treat the wounds not only with honey, but also with propolis, especially superficial wounds. Very good. But you have also very good experience with bee venom. With
we did that one. Yeah, well, actually, what happened? Like still currently, I'm using the bee venom. Just especially if you have the lower back pains. So if you have the L1, L2, 3, 4, 5, if you have a lower back pain, you just use the 1 to 5 sting. I currently I'm doing that one because now currently I don't have I don't have to analyze all the results. So that's why I'm not going to talk about that one. But I'm using that one. As you know that we are using the bee sting since year 2000 from Taiwan. You know that one, right? So yeah, currently we are using that one. And even for the cancer patient, I'm advising them to use the bee sting, like one of the cancers, he has an anus cancer, and he was suffering, let's say he was suffering from the anal cancer, and one of our cancer hospital in Kathmandu, they said, now you can go home and you can do whatever you want with it. Means that the hospital already discharged him by saying the goodbye. So he came to see me and asked about me the bee sting, and I just used, I asked him to use the bee propolis and the bee venom, because he is using the local bee, you know, the Epithelial. So because he is living in the eastern part, far away from the Kathmandu, and currently he is, you know, it's almost 2 years. Currently he is still surviving, and he's still taking the one sting per se and taking the propolis. So that's the good news. But it's not actually, we are doing a lot of research work on that one.
Yes, and I saw just in the chat area, one question is, did you use the propolis in alcohol solution or it was water extract?
Well, we actually used the both. Actually, we use the ethanol, not the ethanol alcohol. That's we use in the food grade alcohol. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Very good. Thank you again, Professor Tapa.
Thank you very much, Stefan.
And
glad to see you. Yeah.
Yes. And I saw also shortly some other people from Nepal, I believe, here in the group. Maybe they'll come also with some discussions maybe later on when we'll have the free discussions. Thank you again. Okay, very good. Now let's see what shall we take now? Okay, because we have people from far away, and I'll wait for Professor Veni Hadju. Yes, he's here. Oh, yes, I saw him. Professor Hadju, please activate your camera if you can hear me, and also activate your microphone. Yes, Professor Hadju, if you can hear me. He's probably not now near the computer. Okay. Anyway, let me see for the next one. Okay. Dr. Zorica, can you give your short lecture, your presentation? Or yes?
Yes, yes, I can have my presentation. It's just a few slides.
Yes.
Just a second. Please share screen.
Check. Okay. Now we can share the screen. Yes. Now I put you as co-host now. Yes.
Can you see it?
Not yet.
Not yet. Just a second. Yeah.
Yes, it's
I
coming.
think it's coming.
Yes.
And the full screen is somewhere here. Just a second.
It's that small button. Yes, that one. Yes, click strong.
Yes. Okay. Thank you very much.
Click again. Click again, Zorica. It's not activating. Yes, that one. Yes.
Yeah.
Strong.
You can see it now. Okay. Thank you for inviting me for this meeting, and I'm so very glad that we have gathered together again. Thank you, Professor Stefan, and your team for organizing this meeting, and you really made these days International Day. As it is already mentioned, Dr. Phillip, as a young physician, had already used the bee stings in the treatment of rheumatoid arthritis. And when he was 45, he published the results of the treatment of 680 patients. It was a big study and big group of patients, and 82% of his patients complete the cure and feel like healing person. 50% had a partial improvement, and only 2% of his patients hasn't any improvement.
Okay. Can you change the slide, Zorica? Try to change the slide, because yes, we see only the first slide now. Can you go to the second one?
Yeah, this is the second one on the screen now.
Okay, so we are seeing only the first slide. So
can you see?
Yeah, now we can see. Now we can see.
This was the second slide.
Yes.
The second slide. I already mentioned about the results of Phillip a study of 680 patients with rheumatoid arthritis, and he was only 44 years old when he published the results of this study. I was lucky that more than 20 years ago, a very famous apitherapist from Serbia, Master of Science, Mr. Žarko Stepanović, suggested me to recommend to my patients with asthma and COPD to use bee products parallel with their medication. We started with a combination of honey and propolis. We added royal jelly to some of them, and inhalations of an aqueous solution of propolis. We had clinically confirmed very good results. But personally, I'm very sorry that I did not keep reports for each patient, what they used and what effects we achieved, such as auscultatory findings on the lungs or spirometry. The problem is also that we did not have a consensus on which doses of the products to recommend, especially to the patients with asthma. Which product and what doses to recommend to patients when they do not have problems as a prevention of worsening, and which when worsening occurs. At the same time, we should never reject drug therapy to my patients. My experience is that there has never been a contraindication for the simultaneous use of bee products and drug therapy. And we never had any side effects of apitherapy with those patients. There was a faster improvement. That was our result. Faster improvement when we were able to reduce the drug therapy. And the remission phases lasted longer. But it was really amazing, and the patients were very satisfied. Today, apitherapy is once again finding its place in human medicine. And now we need to motivate more medical doctors and scientists to implement apitherapy in as a medication with patients with different diagnoses. Thanks to the characteristics of bee products that are not impossible to create industrially, each of the products has its place in apitherapy. There are more and more reports on research into the pharmacological activity of bee products, which reveal their numerous biological properties. In vitro and in vivo studies, as well as clinical trials, have shown that the bee products can be indicated for the treatment of various diseases and for establishing a healthy balance in the body, as we used to say, homeostasis. When this balance is established, the immune response is more adequate, the functions of the organ systems return to normal, and the healing will occur very soon. Thank you very much for your attention, and it was really honor for me to be a part of this international team. In Serbia, we have this Epitherapy Society, but it is still small, and we have to do many steps to be bigger society and to motivate medical staff to collaborate with us. Thank you very much again.
Thank you very much also, Zorica, for your short but very good presentation. I like what you said, that we can combine the normal drugs with epitherapy remedies, and then working together we have a synergy, and
Yes.
that you didn't see adverse reactions because of this combination.
Yes.
This is a very good point.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, now because we are on Serbia now, focused on Serbia, we have also, there is one lady from Serbia who has presented also a short presentation on epitherapy in Serbia. Sandra, can you activate your camera and your microphone? Yes.
Hello, my microphone is, but my video won't activate. I don't know why.
Okay. It's stubborn. It's scared about us. We have so many bee stings. Okay, but try to make the share screen, at least for the PowerPoint. You made the PowerPoint. Maybe it works like this.
Yes.
Oh yes, it's working.
Yes, you don't have to see me. I'm exhausted. Okay, now I go to share, right?
Yeah, yes, but try to make a full screen. Go down to that button. Yes. Maybe it will work. In your case, yes. Good luck.
Do you see it?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, my name is Sandra Miltenovic from Belgrade. You already heard me on February on BHAT online conference. Now, in last minute, I was proclaimed as a PR of the Serbian Therapeutic Society. And literally, while you were speaking, I made this presentation just to show you their goals, their plan, their work, and their plans in the future. The Serbian Epitherapeutic Society is formed by, current president is Dr. Ljubinka Stojkovic, and she gave me crucial information. So Ljubinka, thank you very much. The goal of formation is was that Serbia was founded, this Epitherapeutic Society, I'm sorry, was founded September 7th, 2007, with its headquarters in Niš. Niš is the third city in Serbia. The association then gathered 12 doctors of medicine and dentistry who after graduation received a certificate from the Ministry of Health of Bulgaria that they can practice apitherapy. Bulgaria is, along with Romania and Russia, at that time, the country with the most developed apitherapy in the world, as you know. The SAD is entered in the Register of Association on the registration list number 4453 under ordinal number 12790 as an association of citizens. The goal of this society is to preserve the health of the people through the use of bee products to ensure progress, acceptance, implementation, and popularization of certain programs and projects and enable stronger integration processes with modern medicine in accordance with the WHO strategy, Health for All. And the program was traditional medicine, which was approved at the WHO session in 1991. The goal is also the expanded use of bee products for preventive purposes in order to preserve the health of people. Education and training includes all forms of health, educational, informative, practical activities and procedures that raise the level of knowledge, general education, and awareness of individuals about the importance of preserving human health through various counseling. There have been many changes since 2007 at that time because, the society disintegrated. There were many scattering of members into individual practices. And in 2021, unfortunately, the former president passed away, Dr. Verica Milojković. She did a lot in the sphere of apitherapy. Since 2020, the COVID virus has been spreading and the work of the association has simply stagnated, unfortunately. But finally, on 15th February 2021, at the session of the Serbian Epitherapeutic Society in Niš, the following agenda was adopted, and this is re-election of the president of the Serbia Epitherapeutic Society, plan for 2021, admission of new members and others. I don't know how to pronounce miscellaneous. Report of the SAD from 2021 includes, considering the existing COVID pandemic, the session was held online, respecting all measures. It was agreed that the reports would be sent to each member of the association by email. There was a re-election of the president of the Serbian Epitherapeutic Society. Present members of the Serbian Epitherapeutic Society are Dr. Ljubinka Stojković, who was new elected president. She is a doctor of apitherapy since she has been a member of the association since its founding in 2007. For the last year, she has been the vice president of the Serbian Epitherapeutic Society. With her work and commitment, she has contributed to the maintenance and development of the association, and she went to Bulgarian School of Apitherapy. Dr. Tamara Živković is a new vice president of the society, and she will also perform the duty of manager within the Serbia Epitherapeutic Society. We have Mirjana Miljković, pharmacist, and Dušan Gajić, pharmacist. They represent the members of the management and supervisory board since they are active members of the society, and they're enthusiasts, like everyone in Serbia. Their creative work contributes to the development of the Serbian Apitherapeutic Society. Plan for 2021, they say we will harmonize the plan with the existing COVID pandemic, which indicates in advance possible restrictions in the implementation of public events with the aim of promoting associations in presenting honey and honey products in the prevention of popular health. Lectures can be held online through media promotions and in writing through the press. A proposal was given for printing t-shirts and badges, which is a great idea, why not? With the association's logo, making flyers and business cards. plan for maintaining and improving for existing site, because the site is very old, and I got information that they are working on a super new site with the possibility of advertising sponsors and creation of gallery of honey and honey products in city of Niš, which is really near Bulgarian border, their neighbors. Okay. Okay, something went. Just a minute. Do you see it? Wrong. Just a minute, I apologize.
No problem, Sandra, you can just explain.
I can explain it, okay. This is the third step of their goal, admission of new members. Okay, something went wrong. I'm sorry, I did this presentation during your speeches. Administration of new members, this is their goal. In order to revitalize and expand the association, a plan was adopted for the admission of new members of different profiles. They will get general practitioners, which is very important, specialists of all profiles, pharmacists, dentists, nurses and technicians, veterinarian, beekeepers, IT technicians, honorary members of the associations, and sponsors. Members of the association are obligated to preserve the tradition of Serbian Epitherapeutic Society, to spread positive true news and quality advice for maintaining health with honey and honey products, to expand and improve society through teamwork. And the others, this was the fourth step on their report and plans. This is a proposal who was made to make an open school for the education of new apitherapists. This is a plan for establishing contacts with associations in Serbia and republics of the former Yugoslavia SFRY, as well as international communication with all countries that nurture of tradition of apitherapy, like we're doing now in Africa. We would be very, very pleased if Dr. Stefan himself would come and teach us about treatments with bee venom, because we have a lack of that knowledge. Okay, this was Sandra from Serbia. The president of the society is Dr. Ljubinka Stojković. Her mail is written above, under, and her contact phone. Feel free to contact her and ask her everything you need to know about this Serbian society. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much also, Sandra, for making your presentation. Very nice, short, but very good. Serbia has also a very long tradition in epitherapy, some old books and very good practitioners there. And it's an interesting, another interesting thing is that Serbia, Slovenia, Bosnia, all these countries, together with Bulgaria, Russia, Ukraine, all these Russian or Slavic language speaking countries, they communicate very, very well together. So now, thanks to Sandra and people like her, we can get this knowledge also on the international level. Thank you very much. Okay, now let me see here. Again, one call for Professor Veni Hadju, if he's here, because he in the group, I see him in the group. Yes, and maybe he can activate his camera or microphone if he's near the computer. No, he's not here, unfortunately. Okay, I wanted to ask him to speak because he's far away. He's on the east. It's dark night there in Indonesia now. Okay, but we'll go with the next presentation. We have already prepared for the next presentation a very good friend of ours from Slovenia this time, Mrs. Nina Ilic. Yes, Nina, please activate also your microphone. Yes, very good. And tell us about what wonders are you doing with the children in Slovenia, connecting the epitherapy with the children. How do you succeed to have such a nice success?
Hi, Stefan. Hi, everybody. I'm very happy to be here among all of you. I'm really impressed with all the work I've seen you're doing and all the results and all the success. It's really good feeling and honor to be with this kind of people. Our work is a little different than the ones we heard. It's all about education, actually. So I combine apitherapy and pedagogy. We do make research also, but not in the same field as you do. We are trying to see how this Api kindergarten pedagogical program is working for children. We are working a lot on, how do you say it in English? Before they get sick. We try to contain them healthy. We try to provide them the circumstances and environment and all the conditions needed to get opportunity for optimal development. So, like I said, Api pedagogical program, Api kindergarten, is actually my program. I wrote it for the municipality of Ljubljana in Slovenia. That's our capital city. And with this program, we are also collaborating with our Ministry for Education, Science and Sport. So this is how we implement it and how we get funds to develop it and make some researches. What are we trying to do in apitherapy field here is actually trying to measure what effect do we get? What are the outcomes? How do they respond to activities with apitherapy and things like that? So in the previous school year, we were performing this research that would ask these questions about if can the apitherapy in kindergarten, like in regular program, conducted weekly or monthly, can that improve children's care for their physical and mental health? Since we all know that nature is motivator, actually we do not need to motivate children to participate when it comes to natural elements. So we try to use that in apitherapy. So we are trying to see if the project can contribute to sensory development and achieve a higher degree of empathy in children. May I say we are working in children from very beginning. They joined the kindergarten, so it's from year 1 on until they reach the school, and this year we are moving to school also. The other question we want to discover is, can the kindergarten contribute to a better quality of problem solving and lead to better interpersonal relationship with children? And if can the API project contribute to better working of the brain? Here we are thinking about logic, seeking good and logical solutions. Then we are searching if can the API project influence children's positive thinking and development of imagination, since we know this is very important in person's personal development. And it's also very important when we are aware that when we work with these young people that are from 1 to, let's say, 7 or 6 years old, what we manage to achieve is for lifetime. Whatever they develop, whatever they, if the best we get out of them, the safer the future is for the entire life, especially in the adolescence period, when many children today, especially in the city, especially in this after this COVID area, are facing depression and other psychological issues. And we were interested if apitherapy, like activity in kindergarten, if conducted correctly, can like insert the settings for positive thinking, like the feeling of connectedness with the environment and the nature and other people. That is what we need for emotional resistance. Then we are trying to see if can the API project contribute to better care for social justice and tolerance among people. So we are really reaching far here. We are trying to see if the API kindergarten contributes to better play without the presence of an adult, if they like problem solving again. Then does this influence the better comprehending of rules and good behavior? And would an organization such as kindergarten need any API program? Why? What does it do? So as we have seen so far, 80% of the children observed like to wash themselves more. So they did gain a higher awareness of personal hygiene and the daily routine. They disagree with it less. Now, 50% of the children have a better attitude towards their peers and animals. So it's like, it reminds me on dog-assisted therapy here a little bit, which is very interesting since they can pet a dog, but they cannot pet a bee. But the bee has the bee family they are watching and learning from has a really strong impact on them. Then we saw that 70% of the children began to take a more active part in group discussions and give suggestions for further work. So they did they got braver, if you will, more confident. So positive thinking about themselves did improve. 90% of the children were happy when they are heard and when they make suggestions and carry them on. Of course, that's not hard to imagine. 70% of the children understand better whether a child has special needs. That was really impressive actually for us. 90% of children can play alone without incentives and suggestions from an adult. So they actually do develop as possible of imagination and not being, the word is, you don't need a parent to do it. How do you say it in English? You're independent or something like that. Yeah. Okay. 90% of the children began taking care of tidying their own belongings and those of others. So it does affect on their social development. So what were we very happy about it? That was that 90% of the professional workers that were included in this program were secretly observed too. And they increased inventiveness in practical work and improved cooperation in the group and department. So their relationships improved. It was shown, it was felt. Yeah. Okay, they were the motivation for work and to come to work and to provide something new, to work with others, to create activity they never done before, that did not exist in so much level then after that. So the conclusions were taking that all the questions, all the theses that it about this positive effect of Apitherapy in kindergarten is actually confirmed. We could accept all of them. And not only that, we did see some parallel observations that we were not aiming at, but we did reach it unwillingly, but we are really proud of it. that was that inventiveness in practice that was creating new innovative games for children and better cooperation among co-workers. The second thing was planning of activities in the group with connecting different topics. So the interconnectedness with these areas we are working on in pedagogy, they were easier to connect. Then another was bigger participation of children in carrying out of activities. So they would have the courage to step out, to step up, to try to make a point. And of course, the very candy for us all was job satisfaction. It is really important since you do it every day and a lot of young people are depending on you. That was last year work, but now what we are trying to do today, of course, we maintain in pedagogy, but this year we are focusing, we are continuing what was happening before, but we are focusing on a new study. We have this case study with collaboration between a public kindergarten in Ljubljana and municipality of Ljubljana and Institute for the Development of Empathy and Creativity, ENEA. This is where I come from. We are making a study case on this child. He's 2.5 years old, not completely diagnosed yet, but we all see he has really big challenges in his life, in his development. He has strong signs of autism. The interesting thing is we do not see what irritates him yet. It's been a month. It's been since September the 1st until today. We still do not know what happens when it happens. It's every time different. It doesn't matter of the sleeping routine. It's not depending on family background. It's not. He has, of course, this additional professional help. We all collaborate here. But these outbreaks continue daily that we do not know reason for. He always reacts very impulsive, like biting himself or us or other children. He's thrown to the ground. He's shaking his head. He's screaming like somebody would be peeling his skin off. Like these breakouts are really strong, really intense, and no one knows what to do. So he is quite a challenge for us. We really are trying to help. So we are inserting Apitherapy segment of Apipedagogical program here very strongly, and we are trying to see what does motivate him and how to calm him down. We are putting high hopes. We do not have results yet. Like I said, it's ongoing study. If anybody would have some advice, we will be happy to hear it. We are putting a lot of hope in beehive air therapy and honey massage. And of course, nutritional as part and pharmacological input of bee products like in nutrition. So the only thing we see he was interested in so far was these little cars, toys, but he's not sorting them. He just wants to have them there and play with them and running around without any limit. That's what he is cooperating with and nothing else. So we are working with beeswax, with royal jelly, with honey, with pollen, and beehive therapy, and trying to measure how much we can reach him actually. So we are trying to, since he's really young, He's not making eye contact very often. He does sometimes, but not very often. He's not willing to communicate. He does listen, but will take into account only what he decides. He is really at the very beginning of development, since they're only 2 years old. So we are trying to achieve here is to this child to recognize the expressions of other people, to measure the understanding of feelings related to the age, of course. We're trying to motivate him to cooperate, to stay with us, to stick with us in what we are doing. So far, in our experience, the BUX is the strongest, actually, because he can create it. It really affects a lot of senses at the same time. He can smell it, touch it, try it, feel it. So it's really strong part here is the BUX. We want him to start. To come to us for help when he needs it, because he's not doing it until now. It's rather new study. We only began it. They took a couple of months before they contacted me, so we are at the beginning now. We are trying also to achieve this child to seek contact with other children and with adults, of course. The secondary would come the behavior issue, since we believe it's only the result of the deeper problem. So this is what's going on with in Slovenia regarding this field, pedagogy and apitherapy. We are, of course, combining everything with pedagogical curriculum and pedagogical goals, objects, if you will, to see what is going on. I have it here prepared, but I don't think it's relevant. I can share if somebody is really interested. How we are combining curriculum with this apitherapy. And that would be about it. Maybe I can mention that interesting thing in regard of apitherapy with Institute Enea is also the cooperation with some company that has a salt room, and we are practicing honey massage in there. Not combined with beehive air therapy, but with salt room. That would be it.
Okay, very good, Nina. I suggest to all our colleagues and friends from all over the world, when they have problems with the kids, to contact Nina. And by the way, Nina, if you can leave in the chat area your contact data, yes. Email and website and so on. And just to remind, last year in October, we organized with Nina and some more colleagues from Slovenia and from other countries, we organized the first conference on pediatry, on bees, apitherapy in children. Okay. So I just see here in the chat, it's a very bad news for Moises. Moises needed to go out from our group here. His mother just died. His mother is in Cuba, but I'm sure his mother is very, very proud of Moises. He did wonderful things in this world, and he will continue to do. So congratulations for his mother. Sorry, condolences for his mother, and congratulations for him. Yes, okay, let's go on. Let's see, I want to see here. Yes, Soma, are you ready? So we go now from Slovenia, we go to Iran. Iran, it's newly born children in, let's say, modern apitherapy, but has a long tradition in beekeeping and also in some things. And Soma will tell us what is about apitherapy in Iran and what are the future projects?
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. Hello, everybody. I'm Soma and I'm talking to you on behalf of Ghazal Institute from Iran. Thank you, Estefan, for inviting us to be here today for this event to celebrate, the World Epitherapy Day, and congratulations on all of you for this day that, helped us to be together to talk about and get information about the epitherapy. Thank you so much. Would you please just let me share my screen because I have a short presentation here today. Can I share it? Yeah. Okay. Please let me know if you have my screen.
It will come now. Yes, very good.
Yeah. Okay.
And try to make a full screen. Yes.
Yeah.
On that button. Your connection with the internet is not so stable, Soma, but hopefully it will be okay. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. First, I want to just talk about, Iran. May all of you have heard something about Iran, but I can, say that just a short profile. I just want to just present a short profile from Iran. You can see that in this slide. Iran is located in Western Asia and in Middle East with 85 million population. The capital of Iran is Tehran, and we have, as you also mentioned, the really great potentials for developing the epitherapy. You can see in this slide, maybe you've heard about the Persian cats. And so you can see, that it also mentioned Iran and the map of Iran here and the different sites, across the country, the really important productions that we have about the, for example, saffron, pistachios, and also the different kinds of honey that we are producing in Iran. And we are, famous for these products in Iran. And Iran means land of the Aryans with the long history and also the potentials that we have for developing some, industries like beekeeping and also the epitrophy one. So who am I? I am Soma Rahmani, bachelor degree in hospital management and master of MBA, PhD in science and technology policy making, former executive manager at the National Beekeeping Foundation for Productivity and Skills Improvement, and CEO at Ghazal Institute that today I am talking to you on behalf of the Ghazal Institute. Our institute is private intermediary institute in Iran that try to support sectors related to develop knowledge, innovation, and also technology for these sectors. And our main mission is to promote innovation and innovative learning and thinking in industries, especially health, agriculture, and beekeeping industries. One of the most important goals is to create a team of internal and also international partners to develop the epitherapy industry for the first time in Iran. I can say that we are at the early stage of epitherapy development in Iran. However, efforts in this area have been made by some people, in recent years and for Iran, and I think that their efforts also should be really appreciated. But based on our mission, we are trying to continue this development, and also by focusing on globalization, also networking with the other people, especially specialists and also epitherapists, you know, from all over the world. And I think that it is the really great opportunity for us from Iran to, you know, develop the stages of development of epitherapy. Based on our mission, we are going to hold the epitherapy training courses jointly by collaboration of the Iranian Scientific Association of Traditional Medicine, and also by inviting and collaboration of Dr. Stefan Stengaccio. And I'm really thanks to Dr. Stefan, and we owe to him to just hold this international online courses related to epitherapy for the first time in Iran, because it is the first stage for us, you know, to educate the people that are interested, you know, in epitherapy in Iran to, you know, develop this important industry by, you know, combining and also bridging, making some bridge between the health sector and also the beekeeping industry. And, I need also to mention that our introductory epitherapy course would be held from April 9 to June 2022 for 27 hours of training. It is just introductory, and we are going to have also the advanced courses, you know, that are most practical by, supporting also Dr. Stefan and also the Traditional Medicine Association of Iran. And you can see also here our poster, and I really invite all of you, if you are interested in, participating in this course, to, be much more in touch with each other. And also, along the activities that we are going to do, so we have also some plans for the future of our activities. For example, as I mentioned, holding advanced epitherapy courses in Iran, and to, achieve the sustainable development goals that I think that it is the most important, goals that we have and we are looking for, because we are trying to also support the beekeepers in Iran, along with promote the situation of wealth and also the health of societies, and also the economic growth that we can also support in the country. And also the beekeeping industry can, support the environmental issues as well. And development of epitherapy value chain with a globalization approach is our mission that we are looking for, because it is, I think that epitherapy is not just, for example, some courses that we, educate some people and then, leave them or leave this process, because I think that it is the industry. So we need to also look at the value chain and also support the different parts of the value chain to promote this industry. And also, I think that it is a really great opportunity that also we have here for the first time. And I hope that we can also continue this, networking that can also, help us, because we believe that this kind of, networking and international networking can support this development process. It is just, as I mentioned, we are at the early stage of epitherapy development with a really great projects that we have. That for the first thing that I mentioned, we would have the training courses and then to develop the value chain of it. So thank you so much for your attention. At the end, I can say that, and I have to say that We will welcome this international networking because we believe that this development can become true by these international channels. And you can also see our contacts here. And in continuous, my colleagues, Mr. Behzad Beekeeper and also Dr. Ali Reza Derakhshan would talk about Iran's epitropy potentials from both beekeeping and health industries points of view. Thank you so much for your consideration. And I hope all of you have a nice day or night because you are from the different countries. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much to Soma for your very clear presentation and for your very good English also.
Thank you.
Yes. Let me check here. Okay, so can you stop the share screen?
Yeah.
Let me check here.
I need to just. Oh, okay. Yes.
Yes, very good, very good. Okay, do you think your colleagues would like to say a few words too? They are still here with us?
Yes,
or?
Mr. Behzad Beekeeper is here, and I think that he also is ready to just talk about the beekeeping industry potentials because of, more than 10 years, experiences that he has in beekeeping industry development in Iran. So, Mr. Beekeeper, if you have our voices, yeah, please just let us know about the beekeeping industry development in Iran. Thank you.
Okay. Do you let me, Mr. Stefan, to start? Hello, everyone. Please let me to share my short presentation. I know I didn't know how I can. I can't share it, my screen.
Okay. So you need to move the mouse and go down where is the green button, which says share screen. Yes.
It says host disabled participants.
Oh, sorry. Yes, you are right. You are right, Mr. Beekeeper. I forgot to put you co-host. Now you can do it. Now you can.
Thank you so much. I find it. Okay.
Yes.
Do you see?
It's coming. It will come. Yes.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Behzad Beekeeper, who for our 10 years between 2002 and 2012 worked as the CEO of the Agriculture Industry Development and Advocacy Fund, the most comprehensive national beekeeping company in Iran. And as you see, we have some achievement in this period. Congratulations on the International Day of Epitherapy and the birthday of Dr. Phillip to all of you, researchers, specialists, officials, and emphasis of Epitherapy. I'm happy to have the opportunity today to be present at this gathering and among you, the world community of Epitherapy. I'm trying to speak briefly and will only mention the potential of Iran for the development of Epitherapy. Do you see the second slide?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Iran is the 18th largest country in the world, which has 11 of the world's 13 climates, and is one of the top 5 countries in the world in terms of plant diversity with 8,000 plant species. The high territorial, climatic, and plant potential has made Iran an important country in the beekeeping industry. And there is an opportunity for Iran to introduce itself as one of the leading producers of bee production with the features for Epitherapy. In Iran, there is the potential to produce over 50 types of monofloral honey for mainly medicinal plants. In terms of diversity and vegetation, mainly mountain and rangelands that are immune to pesticides. The pollen produced in Iran is organic and has a very high nutritional value. According to this very diverse source of protein available for honeybees, Iranian bee venom, according to the test of different samples, has a very high quality, so that many times the melittin in the venom is mostly detected above 60%. Iran is one of the few countries with the knowledge and possibility of mass production of royal jelly, with the production of more than 1 kilogram per hive. The quality of Iranian royal jelly with 10 HDA, hydroxydeconoic acid index, above 2.5 is one of the highest quality royal jelly produced in the world. Epitherapy in Iran has a long history, from the attention and emphasis of the Muslim Bible, the Holy Quran, to the effort of people like Abu Ali Sina. But in the new form of Epitherapy, some people have done personal activity in recent years. Pharmaceutical companies have invested in the production of pharmaceutical supplements from bee products. However, none of these activities took an organized form, and we are at the beginning of the road. We hope that with the cooperation of specialists, experts, and International Epitrophy Association, we will be able to develop the Iranian epitrophy industry according to the existing potential. Thank you for attention.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for this short presentation, but very good. Iran is really powerful on the area of beekeeping. We have a huge potential for epitherapy too. I'm just looking to your map here and I see royal jelly production more than 5 tons. So most of the countries in the world except China, they are producing kilograms, so not tons. So yes. Yes, so you are very, very good. So, and the world needs a lot of such products. In Romania, we make also like 300, 400 tons of bee pollen. So you have very, very good capabilities to help us to heal the people. Thank you very much again. Okay, and now let's listen. Soma, yes, can you present a bit Dr. Ali Reza?
Yeah, Dr. Ali Reza Derakhshan is here or not? Can you, our voices? Please just let us know if you have online here.
Hello, do you have my voice?
Yes.
Yes. Hello.
Yes. And Mr. Bankipur, can you stop the share screen? Because
I had problem because I can't see. I just see the participant in the.
Okay, maybe if you can press on escape.
I think see this.
Try to do.
Okay, I leave stop sharing. Okay.
Yes, perfect now. Okay, thank you very much again, Mr. Bankipur. And now let's listen to Ali Reza. Please.
Thank you very much. Could you please let me to share my screen?
Yes, wait a second. I'll put in co-host. Yes, now it's okay. Now I believe you can share. Try.
Okay. Okay, can you see my screen now?
Not yet. Yes, now it's coming. Yes, very good.
Okay. Well, I've got greetings, everyone. First of all, I like to briefly introduce myself. I'm Ali Reza Darakhshan from Iran. I am a medical doctor and I have a PhD degree in traditional Persian medicine. And I'm currently an assistant professor in Mashhad University of Medical Sciences, which is medical universities in Iran. I'm also a member of board director of Iranian Traditional Medicine, and thank you for having me here. In this brief opportunity, let me step forward to next slide. Okay. In this brief opportunity, I would like to talk about the traditional Persian medicine and the place of Epitherapy in this medical system. As you may know, based on World Health Organization definitions, complementary and alternative medicine refers to a broad set of healthcare practices that are not part of conventional medicine and doesn't fully integrated into the mainstream healthcare system. And traditional medicine is a part of complementary and alternative medicine, which defines as the sum total of the knowledge, skill, and practices based on a country's belief or tradition or culture. And these knowledge may be explicable or not, and may be used in the maintenance of health or treatment of diseases. And integrative medicine is a form of medical, theory, a system that combines these two kind of thinking. As emphasized by WHO strategies, World Health Organization encourages its members to integrate traditional medicine into a mainstream healthcare system and to consider traditional and complementary medicine as an important part of their health system. For those who are not familiar with Persian medicine, I should say that Persian medicine is a type of complementary and alternative medicine. Persian medicine or traditional Persian medicine or traditional Iranian medicine, all of the same. Is a type of complementary and alternative medicine with more than 4,000 years of history, and it has been widely used in ancient Persia and has flourished mostly in Muslim countries for many years. And it's a medical system that consists of all the measures to prevent, to diagnose, to treat various ailments and various disorders. From ancient times to present. Here you can see a page from the famous medical textbook, the Harrison Principles of Internal Medicine, which refers to Persian medicine. As mentioned here, you see that Persian medicine has many commonalities and overlaps with the Unani medicine. In terms of geographical and the type of practice and other things. And in this slide, you can see the pictures of some famous Persian medicine scientists and their reference books. Famous scientists such as Avicenna, Rhazes, Ali Abbas, who are well known today. Are among the people who developed this medical system. And Here you can see a famous sentence from the great Persian scientist Rhazes, or Razi in Farsi, which refers to an important principle in Persian medicine. Do not prescribe medication as long as you can treat with foods. And it is important to know that honey, as the most famous and most well-known product of honeybee, is considered as a medicinal food in Persian medicine. There are a lot of practices related to Persian medicine in Iran, but from 10 years ago, Persian medicine was defined as a PhD course in Iranian medical universities. We currently have several academic centers, such as colleges and research centers, focused on making Iranian traditional medicine scientific and making evidence-based. The use of bee products in Persian medicine has long history. The use of bee products can be divided into two general categories: maintaining health, as you can see here, and treating diseases, and bee products whose therapeutic effects are mentioned in detail in traditional Persian medicine books, include several products, including honey, beeswax, pollen, propolis, royal jelly, and bee venom. And in almost all of these products, research projects are currently undergoing in traditional medicine colleges. Sorry, let me. Okay, and also due to interest of Iranian people to using traditional medicine and natural products in treatment of their diseases, and the fact that the bee products are one of the most well-known natural remedies. Pharmaceutical companies in Iran have developed many products with using bee products, and at present various pharmaceutical products based on bee products are available in the market in Iran, and you can see some of them here. And finally, as a representative of Iranian Traditional Medicine Association, I would like to announce that we will welcome any kind of cooperation in the field of research, as well as developing pharmaceutical products, and we hope that this result and these efforts will lead to make healthier societies. Thank you very much for your for your attention. Sorry, and if there is any question or any request, I'm happy to receive it via this email.
Yes, thank you very much, Alireza. Dr. Alireza, it is very good to see that you already have a very powerful traditional medicine association. So it will be very easy to integrate the international knowledge on apitherapy in Iranian traditional medicine area. Yes, and your English is also wonderful. So we will have very, very nice cooperation. Okay. Yes, I saw here in the chat, it was Mahin. Mahin, I believe, Mahin, you are also from Iran. So if you can say a few words, you wanted to ask something. Okay, and Alireza, if you can just close the share screen.
Yeah.
Yes, to open the. Okay, let me. Can you do it? You just move your mouse up and down, and then you'll see a button, stop share. Stop share. Okay, it should be.
I can't find it, sorry.
Sorry. Okay, let me check here. Same as the speaker.
Stop share.
Okay, let me check. Okay, I'll do it from my computer.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, it should work. No? Now, can you do the escape? Press on escape. I see it doesn't work from me here. Yeah, now it works. Yes, very good. Mahin, you are in Switzerland, but
yes.
What did you want to ask our friends? Are you from Iran, or I'm mistaken?
Yes, I'm from Iran. I am also practitioner in alternative medicine, president of Medicine Alternative Europe branch in Swiss. And I'm very happy to see my colleagues in Iran. Thank you, Dr. Esteban. Yes, Iran has a very strong history in traditional medicine and in apitherapy. So there are many research, and it has a strong background, and there's very good chance that we have 3 researchers here. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And now Iran will come also to Switzerland and will give lectures on epitherapy, Iranian epitherapy. And you can go also to Iran to give your experience, share knowledge.
Yes, they are welcome.
Yes, wonderful. Thank you.
With your presence and how we say, the energy of your activity, everything will go in the right way. Thank you.
Thank you, Mahin.
Excuse me, just a point. Would you please, Mahim, just put your contact information in the chat?
Yes, I do.
Thank you so much.
Okay, very, very good, very good. Okay, I just saw here also in the group just come recently, Professor Siti Amrah Sulaiman from Malaysia. I hope she can hear me because it's late in Malaysia, and then maybe she can present her short lecture. No, she's not hearing. Okay. Professor Siti, can you hear me? Okay, just a few words to tell about Malaysia. Malaysia has also very, very nice experience in apitherapy, including in use of stingless bees, honey, propolis, and so on. They made excellent research on the composition and properties of these products. And also they are using extensively in a lot of scientific studies in Kota Baru. It's on the eastern part of Malaysia, northeastern part of Malaysia. And they have also master degrees and many, many research on apitherapy. Okay, so apparently she cannot join us for now. So I propose you to take a short technical break, about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, because these presentations are recorded in cloud. So let's meet in 15 minutes from now, okay? And I will close the platform now, and please come back in about 15 minutes with the same link and same password, okay? So see you soon in 15 minutes. Okay.